All right, so here we are inside the Model Y itself. I'm actually going to be able to take it for a drive today. Not going to be able to go super far, not going to really go on the freeways, but I will give you an idea of what the launch is like and just how this car feels overall, what the visibility is like out the front and out the back. So let's go. So as you can see, as I'm driving along here, you got this windshield visibility up here, and then obviously we've got this beautiful glass roof. You can see it above you. The beam definitely knocks out a good amount of your visibility when you're actually driving, of seeing things that you would need to see on the road. Like up here, I'm driving through some hills. I can't really see the top of the hills because this guy is here. But the glass roof is above you and it just adds some extra light and makes it really fun and just really nice views above you. The only thing I can think that might be negative about that is that it could be distracting, I suppose. So here's an idea of what the visibility is like out the back. So overall, the roof isn't gonna really help you much in the mirror itself. You know, it's tinted and it's through the mirror. It's just that because that's the pillar and that's the glass roof. That window right there is what you're looking at, and it's honestly not the best. It's not the best visibility out the back. But overall, with all the autopilot systems and everything, it's not really that bothersome. So I'm driving in a bunch of windy roads right now, and this definitely sits higher than a Model 3. You can totally feel it. We know it sits higher, we know the ground clearance is higher, but you can definitely feel it when you're inside the car driving it. It's higher. It feels more like an SUV than it does a sedan. Again, this is the performance version of the Model Y, so it has all the performance upgrades with the 21-inch wheels. A lot of people complain with bigger wheels that they don't ride as smooth. And I will say I don't have another Model Y with smaller wheels to compare this to, but this is driving very smooth. I guess I do notice those kind of muffled bumps in the back, which might be those wheels, or that could just be how the car is in general, and these wheels actually ride really well. This also does have regenerative braking, and it can do one pedal driving as well. So you'll notice right now, I'll just let off the gas or the accelerator, and eventually it's gonna bring me to a complete stop. Don't worry, I'm being careful. I know there's no cars behind me. And there we go, complete stop, all with one pedal, and then I can go again. Okay, this is a pretty curvy area right here, and there's not a lot of cars, so I feel confident. And I feel confident behind the wheel of this thing. It's taking this real nice. So now I'm on a little stretch of road right here. I don't have much to go, but I'm just gonna slow down to a stop and then launch. Let's see this. Woo! That is a roller coaster. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. So this is the performance model, which gets 3.5 seconds 0 to 60. I'm assuming that's with nothing inside the car, so I probably just experienced a 3.5 second 0 to 60. The one I'm getting is the all-wheel drive, which has 4.8 seconds, which will be plenty for me. That launch I did just now isn't necessary in life, other than the thrill of it. It's really fun. I'm definitely gonna do another one. You can see if my reaction is the same or not. Overall, it's pretty quiet in here. I'm just going through some hills. I do notice the bumps, you can hear that they're padded. You know, it has that kind of muffled sound when you hit a bump. I will point out that I'm not like a car person, you know? So one, I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Tesla fan. I like Tesla and I'm buying a Tesla, so keep that in mind. And two, I'm not a huge car guy. I don't drive expensive cars all the time. I don't know all the stuff. For me, this car is awesome, and the fact that there's some possible build quality issues don't really bother me too much unless they actually affect the driving experience or the sitting experience. And for right now, neither of those feel affected to me. Here's this hill right here. Let's launch. Oh! I'm sorry, I do not want to see what my faces are in those shots later. So here, I'll just do a couple U-turns back and forth just to see what it's like pretty quick. Nice turning radius, a little bit wider, tiny bit wider than I think what the 3 feels like, but still great. great. The 3.5 seconds on this thing on the 0 to 60 is crazy, and it's especially crazy for the launch. I mean, I didn't really even do the full 0 to 60. I just did that initial launch with the instant torque. So of course with any electric car you're going to get that instant torque, but what I do like about this one is it's instantaneous, but the pedal's pretty defined. See, for example, right now I'm driving really nice and slow. Let's inch it up, inching up my speed, and I'm in sport mode. Versus, I could pedal down and launch. It's really easy to control. It's really easy to control. So this feels kind of in between an SUV and what a sedan is, and that's exactly what we expected. And it's really designed for 5 passengers. The fact that they're going to try to fit 2 more passengers in the back, they're going to be real small. But I can't wait to get this car. I'm riding right now in the 21-inch Uber turbine wheels, and they're very smooth. Nothing has really bothered me. I will say I haven't gone off-road, and these roads aren't terrible, but it's pretty smooth overall. So right now I'm running a dB meter. I'm around 35 miles an hour going around Sunset, and it says 72 peak right now, but that's because I'm talking. All right, so I'm close to 40 miles an hour. Let's see what the dB meter is like. Seems to be hovering right around 62 when I'm going 45, so you could expect a little more on the freeway. Most of what I'm hearing is the actual tires on the road, and then some wind noise. I guess what else would you hear? There's no engine. I guess if the motor was super loud, but in normal driving you're not really hearing the motor that much. So currently I'm used to a car that has a speedometer right under where the top of the steering wheel is. So if I'm driving, I look right under where this part of the steering wheel is, and then I can see the speed. So I've already made that mistake a couple times to see my speed, and then I realize it's right over here, and it's literally the same distance. It's just to the right. One more launch. I promise it's the last one. I promise it's the last one. Whoa! And it's so quiet. You'd expect that to be so loud in a normal car when you're launching it like that, but it's so quiet. So this map system is really great. It's just a nice big Google Maps basically. And Google Maps, let's admit, is better than Apple Maps. Everyone knows that. So if I want to expand it and look at all the steps, I can just tap here and expand it, or tap it to close, and here's all my turns. It's nice kind of when you're driving, you can just pop up that rear camera whenever, and it's nice and big right here. Okay, I was just playing the song Say Something by Justin Timberlake. Obviously I can't throw that in this video, but it's phenomenal. I'm a musician, I'm not an audiophile, but I am a musician, and it has a lot of detail in there. I was hearing a lot of highs, but not like shrill, annoying highs, and also a lot of lows and a lot of dynamic range in there. The bass drop at the beginning, when it hits a couple of those, I mean, it's a bass drum, but it's actually a sample. Yeah, it's the real deal. That's a good sound system, I promise you. So what's cool to notice is that it's giving me all sorts of visualizations on the screen right here. So if I get a little close to these plants over here, it's going to show me little red sensors that it's sensing that there's stuff close, so be careful. And then I've had it actually beep at me a couple times, which is a nice feature. It's beeping at you, letting you know, and then if it were really extreme, it would actually slam on the brakes for you or steer away from an obstacle. Overall, this is a really fun car to drive. I'm in neighborhoods that I normally hate driving in. I'm in all these canyons and hills up above Beverly Hills, and these are neighborhoods, again, I usually hate driving in, and I'm enjoying it. Of course, I'm very excited about the full self-driving features. I'm excited that I can get on the freeway, especially in traffic, and it'll do all of the work for me. That's going to be huge for me because I'm frequently driving 1 or 1.5 hours to get to work and back. But it's nice to have the combination for when you do drive that it's really fun and really easy to drive as well. So today I was mostly driving around canyons and stuff, and I was able to launch but not really take advantage of the full 0 to 60, and then I wasn't able to try out autopilot and such, but I will in future videos, especially when I get my car. So make sure you subscribe to this channel to stay up to date on all the updates I'm going to be bringing about the Model Y, Tesla, and tech in general, and other electric cars, because I'm really going to be getting into those in depth. Also, if you appreciated this video, make sure to like it, hit that thumbs up so that more people can find it. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Woo! All right. I have a clearance. No. Now I'm gonna turn out onto Sunset. If you guys know where I am, you know where I am. I'm just gonna take this car for a spin. I'm gonna turn this guy around so you can see the turning radius. Oh, of course. Now they decide to come. Thanks again for watching. If you're actually buying a Tesla, you can use my referral link in the description below, and that will get you 1,000 free supercharger miles and me as well. Right now it doesn't actually qualify for the Model Y, but I really hope they're going to add that soon, so maybe by the time that you're watching this, the Model Y will be a part of that program. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.